Hey guys, it's Ashley Horsfall, the author of Getting Through Tough Times with Healthy Place, and today I wanted to talk to you about the 4 things that I try to do when I'm going to see a therapist, especially for the very first time. The first step I take is that I always write everything down. Everything that I feel like is important that I need to talk about, how I'm feeling, current issues that are kind of bugging me, anything pertinent to my first appointment, I try to keep note of. Which leads me to my second point, which is to make note of every symptom that you're experiencing. So I try to keep track of everything from my moods to how much anxiety I'm feeling throughout the day to even physical symptoms like headaches and stomach aches. And sometimes I sort of see a trend emerging, revolving around anxiety, depression, things like that. And there are a lot of smartphone apps that make it really easy to track symptoms, and you can bring it to your therapist appointment and make sure that you can discuss them accurately, which I've found has been really helpful. And third, I make sure that I go in not with expectations, but with a solid goal. I try to come in with a set of goals that I want to achieve, and then I can work with my therapist to develop steps I can take to achieve them, make them a little more actionable, easier to reach, and it really makes it a more optimistic process, and I feel like I don't get bogged down by all the details because everything is sort of in small chunks that are just much easier to accomplish. And finally, for my first appointment with any doctor, but especially a therapist, I try to make sure that I get there at least 15 minutes early because there's always paperwork to do. Sometimes I have to settle medical insurance, things like that. So it's just a good idea to show up and get well acquainted, and it makes me a little less anxious too because I feel like I'm not so rushed when I get into the office. So now I'd like to know more about what makes your therapy appointment better? How do you prepare ahead of time, and how do you think it might affect someone else who has never been to therapy?